for me, I used to play at Louisville City, so I'd have to drive about an hour and a half for that. And the fields and stadium are 5 minutes away from my house now. So to like be able to drive 5 minutes to a professional team training, it's been something that I really couldn't have dreamed of. But being able to have that same thing locally, I think is just such a blessing for kids in Lexington. Now they don't have to drive to get seen by colleges or chances with professional teams. So it's definitely great to have that here. The levels are always really high, and it's a very good environment. Especially I remember my very first Tampa trip, early sophomore year. It was really great just to kind of the showcases are always a high level. The coaches. We always would have like at least 2 coaches and a trainer travel, which I hadn't even experienced at other clubs. It was very professionally set up. I think we had a trainer and even the first time like a photographer as well. So it was a really cool experience. I think most people do not get the opportunity to train with the pro team. So I think that is definitely a pathway to pro here at this club that you would not get at just a normal like ECNL type club or something like that. Like when I first started, it was in preseason. Like I was with them pretty much for the first 4 games they played. I got to play an inter-squad scrimmage versus Crew and then Louisville City, I think. Yeah, I think it's such a unique experience because a lot of those guys that played actually college soccer themselves, so it gives me a taste of what college is going to be like, which I think is something that most players don't. So I think I'm beyond grateful for that. My biggest thing that I was trying to do when I came into the first team was just try to learn as much as I can, which I think I've tried to soak in as much information as I can for them, because all those guys are players that I would aspire to be like when I'm older and when it comes to that level. So I think. Just so grateful for that experience, as it's going to help me, when I go into college, because I've kind of seen the level and been at it. I've probably trained with them maybe around 20 times so far this season. So I think I'm indescribably thankful for that. I think one thing I could definitely say that was good for college recruiting here at this club was Sam Stockley. He probably answered I don't know how many calls because when I would reach out to schools, I'd always leave him and they'd reach out to him. So I think and Darren Powell as well, actually, both of them, Sam Stockley and him. They had to do a lot of speaking on behalf of me, which I think definitely helped a lot, just so they can learn more about the things that you don't just see on video. Not only the first team helped you with the recruiting stuff, but also the academy piece also was big for that as well. They respect the USL Academy League a lot. It's a very high level, so that was also part of that. I wanted to seem like it was just the first team that got me that as well, because both were very, very crucial for getting recruited. So I think those were big pieces. And then again, Sam Stockley and Darren had to speak on behalf of me to a lot of coaches. So I think that was also really, really big piece of it that I'm very grateful that they were willing to do that, because I know Sam and Darren both have all their other stuff that they're very busy with, but they would still take the time, to speak on behalf of me. So I really was appreciative of that, which I think helped a lot in the recruiting process.